Alright, so I woke up this morning to find these crazy brown spots in the tank, and this is how it happened. Alright, so what I added yesterday to the tank was rotifers. So just to give you a quick overview of what rotifers are, they're just another type of microbial life. They're a bit bigger than phytoplankton, but still really small. They're not as common as, say, like other microbial life, and I think the reason why is because it has a shorter sort of like sell-by date in, say, like aquarium shops and stuff, so they're not quite as common for that reason. But they're still sort of really useful in your tank if you can get them to be sustainable. They add sort of that biodiversity, which is obviously better for your corals if they're eating different types of organisms. So I think they are pretty good in the tank. They also eat things like nitrates and dead organic material and stuff like that, which is always good. They eat the phytoplankton as well. But the reason why I actually put them in was to start the diatom cycle, which is sort of like your brown algae in your tank. So I'm just going to show you on the screen now quickly. I added the rotifers to the tank. Obviously, I also added 10 mil of phytoplankton. And then sort of this morning, I noticed when I looked at the tank, there was sort of these brown spots all over the sand. So I think that's sort of showing that the diatom cycle is starting, and that brown algae or the diatoms are starting to form on the sand. And the reason why I wanted that to happen is it's an explosion of nitrates within the tank, and it's sort of the phytoplankton and the rotifers that have boosted that algae and the brown algae. And what'll happen as it increases is obviously the increased nitrate levels will encourage the nitrifying bacteria. So if you remember back to the first episode where we got the artificial rock that had been sprayed with the nitrifying bacteria along with the live sand, that all contains encapsulated bacteria, so sort of bacteria that's not alive right now but can come alive in the future. And all those nitrates will really just boost that bacteria and boost that nitrogen cycle in the tank. So sort of as we go along, and as the diatom levels reduce, our nitrogen cycle should be really, really strong then in the tank. So sort of going forward in the future, our nitrate levels should stay lower in the tank. So then it'll be better for supporting life like corals and things like that. Alright, thank you for viewing the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up or press subscribe to view more.